Coming up on LUTV News, St. Louis City Hall was evacuated yesterday. We'll tell you what happened and what police found.
Plus, students find out what to expect pursuing a career in communications.
And local attorney Scott Rosenblum meets with students interested in pursuing a career in law.
Those stories plus sports, weather, and more ahead on LUTV News.
Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Adam Heineman.
And I'm Erin Smith.
St. Louis police are investigating suspicious materials found at City Hall. 2 carbon dioxide cylinders in a bag were found at 3 separate entrances around 7:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. St. Louis Police Chief Sam Dotson said that bomb and arson have been detonated and the suspicious items as a precaution. Authorities also searched other downtown buildings but found no other threats. Surveillance footage is currently being reviewed.
Police also investigated a bomb threat at the University of Missouri. MU spokesman Christian Bossi says the threat was made through an anonymous phone call to the staff at the Student Center. The police evacuated the Student Center along with the Memorial Union Building as a precaution. The police reopened the Student Center after searching it for well over an hour.
2 people were taken into custody after an attempted burglary ended with a crash in Ferguson Tuesday night. Police say the suspects jumped into a stolen SUV and led police on a chase into Ferguson. The chase ended with the suspects crashed into a home. Suspects attempted to run from the police but were chased down and arrested.
A police standoff in Ferguson ended late Tuesday, according to KMOV. The police were involved in a standoff with the suspect for 3 hours after the subject reportedly shot his brother in the head. After the shooting, the suspect barricaded himself inside a home and was later found in a church. The victim was alert when he was taken to the hospital, and family members said the suspect has a history of mental problems.
St. Louis Mayor Francis Slay will sign the civilian oversight bill into law on May 5th. The decision comes after the Board of Aldermen approved the measure on Monday, but it's not without controversy. Some of the aldermen said they felt pressured and bullied on their views from not only protesters but also from the Police Officer Association. Many of the aldermen wrote in present, meaning they did not vote yes or no because of the pressure.
The parents of a severely autistic child have been convicted of using a crib as a makeshift cage to restrain their 6-year-old son. According to STL Today, Terry and Victoria Smith said they were using the makeshift cage to detain their child in desperate attempt to avoid having to send him to an autism facility away from his family. The 5 other siblings have been placed in foster care for the time being, and their autistic son is now in the care of Great Circle Home in Webster Groves. The parents are facing a maximum of 7 years in prison, and sentences for each parent will be determined on May 29th.
St. Peter's police are asking for your help to find a woman who has been missing for about a week. 77-year-old Mary Buckley was last seen by a neighbor on the 700 block of Sugar Glen in St. Peter's. The neighbor says her health did not look well and police believe Buckley could be in danger. Police are asking the public for help, and anyone with information should call St. Peter's Police Department at 636-278-2222.
Aspiring lawyers were able to listen in on one of St. Louis's most recognizable defense attorneys last week and get a sense of what their life could look like once they become lawyers.
Sorry I'm late. Good afternoon, everybody.
Lindenwood's Criminal Justice Student Association invited defense attorney Scott Rosenblum out to Dunseth Auditorium in Harmon Hall last week, a part of their speaker series. Rosenblum has been recognized by numerous organizations for the quality of his legal representation. He is one of the most sought-after criminal law attorneys in St. Louis. Rosenblum touches on how he got to where he is today.
A lot of hard work. That's what I would always say. Don't take any shortcuts, and treat every case the same. And put the work into every case like you're representing somebody that is part of your family.
Okay. Dunseth Auditorium filled quickly with students who are pre-law and planning on going to law school after LU to get an insight on what life would be like as a lawyer. Becca Hodge, secretary of SJSA and coordinator of the event, talks about why she reached out to Rosenblum rather than any other lawyers in the area.
Scott Rosenblum actually has a very huge, extensive record. He's also one of the older attorneys in the area, and our advisor, Grant Shostak, actually had contact with him before, so we were able to utilize that to bring him in order to speak at our CJSA speaker series.
Okay. I also got to sit down with Alexis Holman, an aspiring lawyer and SJSA member, and she talks about why she was excited that Rosenblum was the guest speaker.
Because of his success, and he's well known throughout, not just in Missouri, but throughout the world, really. So to have someone of that big of importance, I guess, or established lawyer to come speak here at Lindenwood was really cool.
After being in the business for 35 years, Rosenblum has worked many interesting cases. He was even asked to work on both sides of the Michael Brown case. Something even more interesting, he will be defending Nellie after his recent drug bust in Tennessee. He was not able to touch too much on Nellie's case, but did share that he's extremely confident that once the facts are released, Nellie will not be charged with a contraband.
Straight ahead on LUTV News, the American Red Cross visited Lindenwood's campus.
We'll tell you why coming up.